Aries, there is a shift that is amazing. We have here a tower crumbling and a magician. Your two major arcana is coming through. Aries, I see a lot of similarities with the Pisces here for those who resonate. There is a twin flame energy or soulmate, but twin flame is coming very strongly in the spread here. You have number 44, 22, 11, 11. Number 6 could also be very significant. But here, what is transforming radically in your life? What are you letting go completely? What is crumbling? And actually, this crumbling is not bad, because what I see is so much love coming through and happiness. We'll see what the Tower says in a second. But here, you become able to manifest whatever you'd like. There is a burden that is being completely lifted here. As you have been healing and tempering yourself, the star, following your dream, your guidance, but also having the courage to face the transformation, the shadow, the negative patterns, auto-destructive patterns that were in place before. We see here you becoming the King of Pentacles, which is very steady, very committed, very grounded. And the 10 of Wands followed by the Fool here in the pre-shuffle. So all of those burdens, this exhaustion, is coming to an end. And I wouldn't be surprised that next week, I mean, we are talking about 11/11 here. There's a portal, the 11th of November coming through next week, 3 days pretty much after this lunar eclipse in Taurus. And so here is you taking a leap of faith, jumping, having trust in whatever is going to come through for you. This could very strongly have to do with a special connection. You have carrying connections here. And again, this transformation, I'm seeing death in reverse, which has to do with rebirth, transformation, and the 8th house. This transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. So yes, when it comes to your own emotions, when it comes to the patterns, perhaps of control you had in the past, or fear about commitment, this is coming to an end. There's a change. There's also a new beginning here. So the Fool twice coming through. You could be also getting into service, into the work that is actually meant for you. You know, there could be a radical change in your work as well. You have the 6th house, the work, health, and duty area of your life. So perhaps you're also changing your routines, changing your, perhaps, you know, what time you're waking up in the morning. If you were drinking a lot, perhaps stopping that, or, you know, all types of addictions and all of those things are really coming to an end. I don't know if you saw, but I also had trouble speaking. And that could have to do with, you know, when you go through a huge transformation, there is an internal process that happens where also your words start to change because your thoughts change. And so perhaps you are becoming this new person, and you are like a baby trying to talk, you know, learning to talk again, speak, communicate. You have the 3rd house, which has to do with learning something. So it could be learning about this new being that you're becoming, your local neighborhood as well. That has to do with writing, all types of communication. So truly, and I have Chiron underneath, which has to do with the wounds that you have been healing. And it's most beautiful to see, because as you are stepping up into actually a Pisces energy, if you're not dealing with a Pisces in a twin flame relationship, you have the 3rd eye chakra, which has to do with you stepping into, you know, not the physical so much, the material aspect of your life, but stepping into a higher consciousness, your higher self. And definitely you're moving on. You're moving on from a certain area of your life, chapter of your life, situation, circumstance, a way of being, and moving towards the light here. And how are you doing so? By finding this balance. Number 11, finding learning about the lessons of Libra, which is on your axis. It's your opposite sign, right? And so it has to do with balancing. Sometimes perhaps you were very fiery, very impulsive, and now getting into more space, more air, more a more balanced approach in your routine as well. Again, about your work, about when you rest, just getting becoming a complete being here, much more healthy. And if you've had financial constraints or you're going through this, obviously the whole world is going through this right now, but we see changes. We see financial and material changes happening, and for the good, because you have prosperity begins, backed up by cornucopia, number 11 again. So this is a lot of abundance. This is money. This is being successful, abundant. And talking again about balance, you have the yin and yang here. This is typically also a twin flame card. And it has to do with balancing your masculine power, which is, I have to do. And perhaps with you're learning the lessons of your planet, your ruler planet, which is Mars, right now, which is retrograde for 2 months. And it has to do with also allowing the rest, the feminine, the receiving, the allowing, the contemplation. And in that way, you are balancing your life because your internal life is balancing itself. So externally, it's going to manifest into more clarity and so more manifestation. You're no longer in your own way. Things are going to start flowing here. And as we've seen prosperity begins, we also see woman holding a heart, a happy family, which is the Four of Wands energy, the union card for twin flames, and angel of love. A lot of feminine energy here, definitely calling to this allowance, this receiving mode that you're getting into. So let's see what the tarot says here, Aries. Yeah, very strong Pisces energy here. Yeah, Eight of Swords, you're getting out of that. This mental conflict being your own prison, self-imprisonment, self-sabotage, being too much in your mind. Getting into the King of Pentacles, grounded, more simple, earthy, just more settled in your life. No longer being your worst enemy. You have the Knight of Wands here, getting into action here. You have chosen your wand, and this is the one. Yeah, it's the most rapid knight of the deck, with the Knight of Sword. But here, what we see is this passion. Your action is fueled by your fire within, what you truly desire in life. And we see this new beginning here with the Page of Pentacles. Brand new. It's just a beginning, but it's aligned with who you are here. Perhaps also you were dealing with a feminine that was her own enemy, like autodestructive, and you have come to not save her, but you have come to move her life as well. I'm seeing that very strongly. It's a twin flame reading here, I'm feeling, because the two are really becoming one here. So what is happening internally with her is also happening with you, and vice versa. Yeah, again, Six of Pentacles here. This could be someone giving you a gift, an inheritance, whatever. But this is also even give and take. Between those two, there's a balance that is being found. As you get out of the controlling energy of the past, Look, we were talking about the Knight of Swords is coming through. 10 of Cups underneath. As you allow yourself to believe that this happy family is available for you, as you let it flow, as you find divine guidance, as you allow more, as you trust, rushing forward here. Communication, we talked about communication. There's a definite truth coming through, you know. There is truth, of course, with an Ace of Swords. Once you find divine clarity, once you find the truth within you, who you are, what you are, and the truth of your life, you move on. 8 of Cups, like we saw also in the Oracle reading, and you take action. You are now more clear about your relationship, about your work, about your mission, and about who you are. Yeah. 6 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 7 of Cups. And underneath, the Tower. Again, crumbling. So whatever happens next week, know that it's for your best interest. And don't be afraid, because here, as you have been healing those childhood traumas, it can reverse. As you have looked at them, as you have become conscious of them, the wheel turns. And this is good luck on your side, like I've saw from the beginning here. And you need to make sure that you carry that sword and you cut through the illusions. This is Neptunian energy, 7 of Cups. This is a lot of opportunities, but this is about you getting clear about the path you're going to take. No longer being, you know, here, there, whatever. It's about becoming this ground, like we saw this King of Pentacles that was showing up, and taking action, communicating, and being focused, is rushing towards your purpose. But you do that as you allow yourself to also receive the guidance, the contemplation, and you allow yourself to co-create with the divine and no longer feel like you know, in an ego sense, that you're the only one responsible for everything and being exhausted. No, you're letting go now and you're trusting. And that's the healing that has been taking place. This is amazing. Wow. Aries, I hope this was helpful. I love you, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.